Magic the Gathering has been a staple in the home of nerds since long before I was born. Now you can get it on Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, Steam, or through Magic the Gathering Online, as well as the physical cards. I recently enjoyed the latest individual game of Magic the Gathering 2014 through Steam. This game features a bunch of game modes. There's a campaign, sealed booster play, revenge, free-for-all, and two-headed giant. This adds plenty of replay value. In the campaign, you start off with having one deck and following alongside Chandra, a fire planeswalker. Through battles with basic enemies and planeswalkers, you unlock new decks and cards for the decks you already have. This allows for a small level of customization for your decks to fit your playstyle a little bit easier. Battle planeswalkers every chance you get. If you win, you'll unlock their decks, which is key to taking on the harder enemies and bosses. If you're fond of one deck, you'll find yourself using it quite often, which is nice to unlock the cards for it, but remember, if you want the good cards from all of the decks, you'll have to backtrack and play with them all, or spend some money and buy the unlocks for the entire decks. The cost is not too bad at about $5 each. It just questions which is more important, saving the money or the time it would take to unlock them completely. Each deck has its strengths and weaknesses, so keep that in mind along with the stats shown during deck selection. And stats do not always show how a deck will play. Seeing a deck that says it's a low creature deck makes you think that it doesn't really rely on creatures, when in reality it could just be a deck that summons token creatures with instant or sorcery spells. Playing each deck will help you understand the strengths and weaknesses of them all. After beating the campaign, you'll unlock the Revenge campaign. It's just the same planeswalkers with stronger versions of their decks, which can be quite challenging if you've not gotten the better cards for the decks you prefer. A good way of countering this is to edit your decks down to around 60 cards of the best cards that you do have. The multiplayer game types are free-for-all, which covers 2 to 4 players, and two-headed giant, which pits 4 players in teams of 2 against each other. You have the option of private or public games, which in public games you can test your deck strength and skill against random online opponents, and it can be quite fun. Or if you do private games, you can play against your friends, see which one's the best. The basics of the game are great, not quite amazing, but still pretty great. I think the only thing they could have done to make this better is allow custom deck building with the cards you obtain throughout the campaign. I've also encountered a few bugs when the cards did not do part of what they were supposed to do, but patches can easily fix that. For the price tag of only $15, which is about the equivalent of 3 or 4 booster packs, you can pick up this little batch of magnet goodness to fill your Magic the Gathering needs. For what this game is supposed to be, I have a hard time thinking anything less than 8 out of 10 for the score. I suggest you check it out, play it with your friends, and let me know what you think. This is Bucket with Rumble Pack Reviews. This game is awesome.